Good morning, everybody. It is 3:30 in the morning in Belo Horizonte, Brazil. My name is Josh.
And I'm Trevor.
And today we're going to talk to you about polyphasic sleeping. So what is polyphasic sleeping? Polyphasic sleeping is this idea that you only need to sleep 20 minutes every 4 or so hours instead of monophasic sleeping, which is where you're sleeping in a 6 or 8 hour block at night. So you take smaller naps throughout the day and you have more free time to do whatever you want to do.
So many people hear about this. The first thing that they think is, well, isn't that just some kind of sleep deprivation? And well, at first it is. You have to go through an adaptation phase where you do get sleep deprived. But what you're trying to do is teach your body to go straight into REM sleep. The only important part of your sleep is REM sleep, and it only accounts for about 20 minutes of a 90-minute sleep cycle. So if you sleep 7.5 hours every night, you're only getting around an actual 100 minutes of REM sleep. And so when you cut your day into chunks of 20-minute naps, and you take about 6 or 7 throughout the whole day, you're actually getting about 9 to 10.5 hours of REM sleep. So people say that they become much more productive, have much more energy, have much more focus and concentration, and they just have these little resets every 3, 4, 5 hours or so. They just reset, and so they have a constant stream of just productivity instead of just going up and down throughout the day.
There are a few types of sleeping schedules that are common amongst polyphasic sleepers, the most common of which is called Uberman, which is where you take a 20-minute nap every 4 hours. So you take 6 naps throughout the day of 20 minutes each. So for example, you start at 1 a.m., 5 a.m., 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m. And you take a 20-minute nap at the same time every day. The sleeping schedule that we're going to be following is called SPAMAYL. SPAMAYL stands for Sleep Polyphasically as Much as You Like. Pronunciation of that is debatable. Maybe it's called SPAMAYL. Anyway, with SPAMAYL, what you do is you sleep polyphasically whenever you like, just like the name suggests. There's no fixed schedule for when you have to sleep. You can bunch it up and sleep a lot of times during the day, at night, and not sleep so much during the day. You have a lot of control over when you sleep. A common complaint amongst people who sleep polyphasically is that the sleeping schedule is too disruptive of their normal life. Having to take a 20-minute nap every 4 hours really limits the kind of things that you can do. So SPAMAYL gives you a lot more freedom in the things that you can do, because you can bunch up and take a bunch of 20-minute naps during the night, and maybe only take 2 naps during the afternoon waking hours when most people are awake and when most events are scheduled.
So one of the problems with the Uberman cycle, as we previously mentioned, was people struggle to have about more than 5, or sometimes even pushing it to 6 hours of awake time in between naps. But with the SPAMAYL sleep cycle, people have reported to be able to be 9 to 12 hours awake without having to worry about falling asleep midway. And so the way you do that is, before the event, you take a bunch of quick 20-minute naps, maybe say like 3 and 2 hours, and before you go out, so you build a little credit of sleep. And then after the event, people report you feel like a zombie in between your naps, but it's still doable. And another benefit of SPAMAYL is, once you get adjusted to it, people reported being able to actually drink on it, and even drink caffeine as well. So the originator of SPAMAYL, his name's Rasmus, I think, something like that. And he said at one time he would drink like a half a liter of vodka and get really drunk and still be able to stick with this sleep schedule. But the key is to not drink any alcohol, not drink any caffeine, and to have a really strict diet while you're adjusting to it and adapting to it. And then once it's like normal for you, then you can switch over and start playing more with your amount of time in between naps and your diet, and if you drink alcohol or do other drugs.
One of the benefits of polyphasic sleeping is that you're awake when nobody else is. Take our cat, for example. She likes to sleep during the day and come out at night. And so when we were sleeping monophasically, we had no idea what he was doing with his life. But now that we're polyphasic sleepers, we get to know all of the intimate details of our cat's life. Today is July 15th, 2012. The next 2 weeks are going to be a pretty tough time for us as we're trying to get adjusted to the polyphasic sleep schedule. But we are planning on making videos to document this process and to hopefully make it easier for other people to follow along a polyphasic sleep trial in the future. So if you're interested in learning more about polyphasic sleeping, subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep making videos like these at 3 in the morning. So subscribe to the channel and stay connected to our polyphasic sleep challenge. Sweet dreams, everybody.